Hello ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? So I'm going to do a quick guide run through of Maul East just to go along with the video. I do this place enough, so I might as well do it. So first of all, here's the gear I'm using. It's quite decent level of gear. Your gear really depends on what specialization you should look at using. So at the moment I'm currently the Shadow Mastery Ruin build I mentioned during the video. However, if you're at lower gear levels, say 250 or so, 300 spell power, or you're just learning this for the first time, it's probably best to go and look at that Shadow Mastery Demonic Sacrifice build just while you're learning, or to make it more consistent. And to be honest, that set is faster in general than this. But yeah, it's up to you on how well you learn it. So for items you want to bring along, if you've got one, bring a Skull of Impending Doom. Bring some Gnomish Rocket Boots if you have them, or Goblin ones, whichever ones, as well as a nifty stopwatch. And these just make some areas of the run a little bit faster. As well, make sure you've got major healing potions, heavy rune cloth bandages, and Mighty Troll's Blood potions are optional as well. Okay, so let's get started. So you don't need a demon out at the start, I just had one. So I always come over here and drop down this side. There is somewhere a bit further up where you can drop, but I've just got used to doing it here. So as soon as you drop down, just next to one of these warp wood pods here, so I'm going to talk about these in a moment. When you approach these, a number of things can happen. So either they just open and there's nothing there, they spawn 4 whiplashes, they spawn a poison area, they root you and put a dot on you, or you can loot them and get a thornling seed and some rotten tubers. So as you approach it, one of those things will happen. This time I got lashes. Now if I ran straight up to that and clicked it, and lashes spawned as I clicked it, I could get a double lashes spawn, so you get 8 overall. And if that happens, you kind of just die. So yeah, always approach them and just see what happens. I didn't actually need to pull that one, I just wanted to talk about it as an example there. Yeah, basically, the moral of the story is with lashes, with the pod, sorry, just approach them and see what happens, rather than clicking them straight away. And wait for the trees to go. Go across here, watch the second pod there. Towards the ruins. And then we're going to go along this wall. There can be a buck just next to this pod here. Didn't get it this time. And there's a patrol of trees that come right up to this wall from over there. Can't see them at the moment, so we're fine to just keep going. Now there's a stealthed demon that goes from right around up here all the way to inside, and we need to avoid him. So he could be along here, haven't seen him yet. So he's not here. If he is here, just death coil him. And then hop up here and he'll reset. There he is. Basically, if you go up here, he will reset. Now, if he's too close, he won't de-aggro from you. So if it's just really being annoying, just move far away, banish him, and then just come up here and just spend your time making bandages or healing up a little bit. Also, there can be a second demon that spawns here. If that happens, what you do is you just banish the first demon if that's in the way, pull the second one out and death coil it or something, or just get it out of the way, and then come up here and reset them both. So once you've reset them successfully, come over here. Watch the boss, he patrols right around to this corner, and I'm just going to go around. I'm going to enslave Demon, the first Hellcaller. You get him, I'll turn this fireball off, wait for him to stop moving, and then cast Rain of Fire. Corruption and Agony, everything. Make sure he doesn't die. Thanks for help a little bit actually. A little bit lower than I want him to be. Okay. Over there a bit. And just take him out. His fireballs can hit up to 850, so just keep that in mind when you're finishing him off. Warlock runes, very nice. Alright, we're just going to eat it back up to full. And that guy, this pack here, as well as what we're going to do up here later, is optional when we go and do Left Tendrils. She only really has one item that's good on her drop table as well, so you could just skip it. Maybe it's better to skip it, but I've just got used to doing it now. We're going to come over here. And just about here, and enslave again. Turn off Fireball. He's casting Fireball, so I'm going to put him back on passive quickly to cancel his Fireball. Because most of the time when you enslave him, he'll try and cast Fireball straight away, so you just need to turn the auto cast to put him on passive. And this guy, you want to absolutely keep him alive. He's going to do a lot of damage on the boss. Don't want to stay there. Imps. Demonic Rune, very nice. You shouldn't really tap to this low health because the Enslaved Demon could break and then he melees me. Yeah, you should be playing a little bit more careful than this. I'm just sort of hoping it doesn't happen. So we've got a pod there. Basically, with the tactic we're doing on the boss, once the demon gets low, he'll try and run around there and melee it, so you need to clear this pod. Because that could happen. And it wouldn't cause a wipe on the boss, but it's just kind of annoying. I just end his Rain of Fire Rock. That wasn't very good. Now we're going to turn his Fireball back on now. Don't really need full health for this boss. If you're doing it the first few times, do start it with full health. So, see this little ledge area? Need to play back and round the ledge. Try not to go too far because the Fel shall aggro, and that's really bad if that happens, especially when you're on this much health. Casting Massive Geyser. That hits you, well, I'll show you what happens now. Yeah, you get knocked back. And for some reason, you always get knocked that way, to the north. I don't know why, but that's the way it works. So, 50% health is going to spawn with these little Hydrolings. They're kind of annoying. They don't have much health, but they do this constant knockback effect when they hit you. So that's a decent kill. For some reason with this water, I don't know whether this is just a gnome thing, but you can randomly start swimming in it. And when you start swimming and you try and jump, it doesn't let you jump. And if that happens, you just need to basically come towards the edge and jump and it'll let you out again. Anyway, decent kill. No essence of water. They've gone down quite a lot now anyway, actually, so not the end of the world. We're going to go on up to Left Tendrils now. There's a demon that comes patrolling down this corridor here. He can come right to the end here. I'm just going to eat up. And then see what we got up there. Yes. Gonna enslave him straight away, put him on Left Tendris. And we're going to have him do one hit on her, and then Curse of Doom her, and then we're going to go full out on the Imp pet. Because that Imp hits really hard. Get Shadow Ward 2 up actually. So one hit, make sure it actually hits. She doesn't dodge or something, because then she'll aggro straight on you. Don't bother with Immolate on the Imp, he's got decently high fire resist. He's standing in melee range. Pet's dead. I should release it really and get the killing blow myself, but you'd have to sort of run around with the boss and it's kind of annoying. This boss, for some reason, despite being a Warlock, melee's really hard. You can crit for about 1,000, so yeah, don't want that to happen. He is vulnerable to slows for some reason, and those Shadow Stalkers, don't let that hit me. Shadow Stalkers can put a 70% slow on, but it's RNG whether they apply it or not. So if she ever does get too close and you have Curse of Exhaustion, you can just put that on her. Yeah, you really don't want to get in melee range. Not the item that makes that boss worth doing. Sometimes lucky. Right, so that's that. The other two items she's got are worth like around $1 or something. They're not great. And the Imp can actually drop an item as well. Increases the damage of your Imp's Firebolt by like 8, I think. Probably more of a meme thing, but pretty cool. So sometimes there can be a demon here. If there is, enslave it straight away. Does not, carry straight on up here. And there'll be a second demon in this hallway somewhere. Patrols the whole hallway. Haven't seen him yet, so yes. Bit close, we're just going to Curse of Exhaustion him, dot him up. And fear him. There's the slow, he hit me with it straight away. Care of him. Gonna eat up now. And then move on. Enslave again. You can skip this pack, but I always do them. It doesn't take long. Right, to auto cast again, so I'm just going to put them on passive. Then Rain of Fire. There we go. You auto cast it that time. Sometimes he does it straight away, sometimes he kind of just stands there and melee stuff for a while, so it's kind of RNG. Come on, stay, just so it doesn't melee me. Again, his fireballs do 850 max. Imagine dying to Rain of Fire. So, the boss, Zebram Fornoof, he does one thing that's dangerous and it's called Sacrifice. It's about a 0.5 second cast. And if you get hit, it will teleport you to this little stone table thingy here. And probably do about 60-70% of your health. It is shadow damage as well, so when you're learning, keep Shadow Ward up all the time. So what we're going to do is just play around line of sight each time you cast it. So I'll start off with Shadow Bolt, Immolate, Curse of Doom. Eruption, Siphon Life, hop up on this ledge, with a little cheeky wand. It's actually risky doing that, sometimes you cast it straight away. And then we're going to come right down here. It's that thing where I'm swimming again for some reason. Here he is. Oh. Where's the cast? It's important you don't risk it as well, because of batching, you can get hit when you're behind a corner very easily. And ideally, you don't want to leave it as late as I just did, because if he stands on top of that and then casts on you, just meleeed me there. Yeah, if he actually gets to that point where he's standing here on the ledge and he actually comes up here, then he can hit you like all the way around here. Generally speaking, you just want to go back and forth. And as soon as sort of he climbs up this ledge, as soon as you see him go up the ledge, that's when you go back down. And you can move away in sort of a diagonal way. I've started swimming again for some reason. No problems. Decent kill. So if you got one, put your Skull of Pending Doom on, or your nifty stopwatch. Remove rapidity, why? I think Librams of Focus have gone up to like 40 gold now. And I get the one worth nothing. Right, so we've got this demon here. This is the one that's patrolling outside. If the other demon was here from earlier, we're just going to get them to fight each other basically. If the other demon was still here from earlier, I'm going to enslave this one and kill that demon off as soon as possible. We don't want to lose any health on this demon. And it's broke straight away. So this is bad luck. Very bad luck, actually. Which, it happens. Okay. So, I'm going to see where he goes with Fear. That's no good. Need him to go out there. Fear's insta-broke. I'm going to have to health pop. So it could kill me from this health. I need to be a little bit careful. Okay. We're not going to re-enslave him. Once the demons broke out a slave demon, they break out like instantly if you try again. This is what I wanted to show earlier. Basically, the plants and the demons, they're not like on the same team. Oh, I like to think about it. So, if this guy runs past plants, they ignore him, basically. If you cast a Fear and he goes outside, that's fine. Nothing in here will aggro from this guy running next to them. It's quite unfortunate that that happened, though. That demon can speed up the next area quite a bit. Anyway, I'm going to come out here. Up to Treebeard here. And you can only interact with him once Zebram's dead. And there's two ways of doing this. If you don't have Skull of Impending Doom or you just want to do it the safe way, just go around back along the wall, same way as we came in. If you do have it, you can just leg it through the middle. 500 to go. Cancel that. That was nearly the worst roll possible on Skull. I'm gonna wait for them. Actually, I don't have my rocket boots. My item rack set here for some reason. Anyway, we're going to eat to full. If I had my demon out here, I'd probably still be moving because it's 5 minutes maximum on the enslaved demon. And depending what down here looks like, he could be adding a lot of damage on the boss. But it is very rare that demons break out like that straight away. And that can happen on the Hellcaller packs as well. If that happens on the Hellcallers, you just kind of die. That's why you always have a Soul Stone up. Even if you know what you're doing, because sometimes bad luck just kills you. So, this is the big decider as to how fast your run will be. How many death flashes you get down here. And it's so sad I don't have the demon. This is perfect. So, there's two types of elites that can spawn down here. There's Fel Lash, which are red plants, and they have a mana bar, and they spam something called Arcane Bolt, which is like a 0.5 second cast time, hits about 500. And then there's Deathlash, who only melee. So all of these guys only melee. And the tactic I'm going to be using on the boss, I don't care. There could be a million different things that melee down here, and it would be the same as the number there is at the moment. Just a little note with the demon upstairs, sometimes a tree will aggro where you're standing, so make sure you've dropped aggro before you come down to this ledge. Because if you haven't dropped aggro, the tree will follow you around, pull everything, and it'll be a right pain. Okay, before we go on, need to know about the reset spot. So, see this little tip of this rock here, jumping up to there? Just about make it up, and if you're standing on this, nothing will be able to hit you. Everything will reset in the room. So especially when you're learning, if you have a bad opener, if you think things are going badly, if you forgot to make a health stone, just jump up here and reset it. Of course, doing this will reset the boss's health. And since I am Shadow Mastery Ruin and I don't have a demon, I'm going to be using a Voidwalker. And the final thing to know is if I did have Fel Lashes down here, the casters, I'd want to kill them off before I start the boss. Because the boss plus Fel Lash, things can easily go wrong. I'd never attempted Shadow Mastery Ruin. I've tried it in the past and it's just not consistent at all. So if there was any Fel Lash, I would kill them in the same way I'm going to do with the boss now. Okay? Let's get the boss. Make sure you've got your health stones, soul stone up and everything. Then the Voidwalker in. I'm going to come down here. Standard opener. Line of sight there. So, really meleeed me from there. Fall off then. This isn't a particularly good opener. I got hit by melee twice and I got withered, but that's fine. So, see my pet's pulled a Death Flash there. I don't want my pet to be dead that fast because the Death Flash hit extremely hard, so I'm just going to banish it. I failed to sacrifice my pet as well. Okay, we're doing a bad pull. Would I reset this personally? I don't think I'd reset it at this point. I'm still decent on mana. What I will do though is get some Life and Lives rolling on the plants. Since I pulled them, I might as well. First Doom gone, get another Doom up. And I missed it. This is perhaps the worst transition you can get. The 50% rocks over there break. You're going to get loads of imps coming out. You don't want to be standing downstairs because you can easily get dazed as they come out. So these guys are little bags of health for you to siphon. Now, if you have above, I want to say 380 spell power and Shadow Mastery, then a Siphon Life will one-shot them. below that, you'll just have to go with a few extra rolls of dots to get them down. I need to actually hit the boss here. Boss, there we go. I'm going to go with another Doom because I haven't been doing particularly good at DPSing. You're doing well at this point, you can go with an Amplified Curse of Agony. I've been quite lucky because he hasn't really been spamming too many spells on me. Back and forth. Got everything. I should be getting another set of imps soon. Let's cast another Enervate on me. And as I mentioned, all that does, it's poison that just drains an absolute enormous amount of mana. Whilst you have that buff on you, you really don't want to be tapping because you're just gonna, your mana's gonna disappear in a second. Getting some new imps. Icons rolling on them. That started off bad, but it was a fine kill. A bit slow, but yeah, decent. So at this point, you just want to keep hopping back and forth, finish off the rest of the imps. Oh, I just got a new set of imps at the end. Use corruption on them because I've got the mana for it. Don't need to siphon life. Faster. That's all of them. We can do slash tar A. Up here. And they've reset. That's it, pretty much. Get your loot. There can be a book here. And that's more or less it. So, just to go into a bit more detail about the actual boss's abilities. Basically only Enervate, which is where he stands still and casts on you, which drains probably about 60% of your mana. And then there's Wither that hits you for 850 and then leaves a dot that hits 150 every 3 seconds for 18 seconds. So if you're life tapping, just make sure you're not tapping below, you know, like 1,000. Don't tap into an area where he can kill you, basically. And despite that being a dodgy kill, don't really have to commit anything in terms of resources. And I missed my Voidwalker's sacrifice, so yeah. And there's the reward for the run, pretty much. Oh yeah, I reset my interface, so I don't have my add-on values for those, but I think they're around 40 gold still on my server. And the mining at the end is the real reason why you do this above everything else. As well as the possibility to get forers still. That's it. We can get 2 or 3 of these at the end, so that's the real prize here. And that is that's pretty much it. So what you can do now is you can go outside, and there'll be a hole just outside, and you can go around to the left, and you'll be outside the instance again. I'm not going to do that because today's Wednesday, and I'm playing Alliance, and if I go outside, I'll probably die. So I'm going to reset the instance on an ult rather than go outside, because it takes about the same amount of time if I were to die as to actually going outside and resetting it myself. So yeah, it is what it is pretty much. Also, if you go outside of here and die straight away, you can't actually get back to your corpse because it's sort of in like a weird instance area. I'd have to take a res sickness and then probably die about 4 or 5 more times getting back here, so it's just not worth the hassle, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it. Any questions about any of this? Anything you want to add on, just let me know. That wasn't the greatest run. I did take time to stop and explain some things, but about a 30-minute run overall. If you're doing well as Shadow Mastery Ruin, you can get it to about 24, 25 is a good run. And if you're Shadow Mastery Demonic Sacrifice, you can fly through this place. My personal best did 19 minutes, which was insane. There you go. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that helped out along with the video. And if you want to see any other routes for, Warlock farming, then let me know. I'll have a look at it. Alright? Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.